Next we have Rutherford's model of an atom. Now Rutherford performed an experiment known as alpha ray scattering experiment or gold foil experiment. And in this experiment he made alpha particles to fall on a thin gold foil, and from the basis of the experiment he proposed a new model or new structure for an atom. So first of all, what are alpha particles? Alpha particles are doubly charged helium ions with a mass of 4 unit, that means 4 atomic mass unit, and they have a high amount of energy. In short, helium ion with +2 charge is called alpha particles. He made these ions to fall on the gold foil. And why gold foil? Because he wanted as thin as a layer as possible, and we know that gold is one of the most malleable metal in the world, and moreover size of gold atom is quite comparable as compared to alpha particles. It is very big as compared to alpha particles. So he performed an experiment, and from this experiment he observed the changes, and from those observations he concluded and presented the final model. So question is, what are the observations and the conclusions made by Rutherford from gold foil experiment? So the observations are on page number 48. In the first column, he observed 3 observations. First, most of the fast moving alpha particles pass straight through the gold foil. Here you can see that most of the alpha particles, they are passing through the gold coil easily in a straight direction, in a straight path. Number 2, second observations that he made was some of the alpha particles were deflected by the foil by small angles. Some of the particles, they changed their path by small angles. And finally, third, surprisingly 1 out of every 12,000 particle appears to be rebounded. That means it appears to trace packets on path. Here you can see some of the particles, they are retracing their path, that means they are rebounding back. So these were the 3 observations that he observed. So now what did he conclude from these observations? Number 1, the first observation, that most of the particles pass through the gold foil. From this he concluded that it means most of the space inside the atom is empty, because if the space inside the atom is empty, only then the alpha particles will be able to pass through it. So from the first observation he concluded that most of the space inside the atom is empty. But according to Thomson, as earlier studied, atom is made up of positively charged. It does not contain any empty space. Thomson has proposed that the entire atom is made up of positive charge, and we know that alpha particles are positively charged particles. Therefore, alpha particle will never be able to penetrate or pass through the atom. Hence, Rutherford's model was correct, whereas Thomson's model was proved wrong from this particular experiment. So first activity, that most of the particles, they were able to pass through the gold foil, which means most of the space inside the atom is empty. Second observation was some of the particle change its direction, change its path by small angles. So here Rutherford states that this happens because alpha particles, which are positively charged particles, when they will come in contact with the positive charge that is present in the atom, then due to the like charge repulsion, these alpha particles will repel, and that means they will change their direction. That means only those particles will change their direction which comes in contact with positively charged particles, that is protons present. And since very few particles change their direction, which means the positive charge is present in a very small space inside the atom. Then the third observation was that out of 12,000 there was 1 particle which rebound back. He explained that this happens because all the mass of the atom is present in that particular space, which is known as a nucleus, which is present in the center of the atom. All the positive charge and all the mass of the atom is present in this nucleus. So when an alpha particle strike exactly at the center of the nucleus, it will be rebound back. So on the same page, on second column, here are the three conclusions that he concluded from this particular experiment. That means most of the space inside the atom, because most of the alpha particles pass through the gold foil. Very few particles were deflected, indicating that positive charge occupies very little space. And finally, a very small fraction, that is 1 out of 12,000 particles, were deflected by 180, indicating that all the positive charge and mass of the atom were concentrated in a very small volume within the atom. And that small space in which all the mass and charge was present, positive charge was present, he named that part, he named that volume nucleus. So who discovered nucleus? Answer is Rutherford. So on the basis of the experiment now, he put forward the nuclear model of an atom, which is that there is a positively charged center in the atom. If this is an atom, then there is a positively charged center in the atom called nucleus. And nearly all the mass of the atom resides in the nucleus. That means this nucleus is very massive. Number 2, the electrons, they revolve around the nucleus in circular paths. He stated that the electrons, they will be revolving around the nucleus in the circular paths, just like the planets, they revolve around the sun. And the third, the size of this nucleus is very small as compared to entire atom. It will be very, very, very small as compared to the entire atom. So this was the structure or model that was proposed by Rutherford. Now, what were the limitations of this model? What were the drawbacks of his model? Now, the revolution of the electron in a circular orbit is not expected to be stable. There is a theory called electromagnetic theory of physics, which states that if any charged particle undergoes acceleration, it is losing energy, it is radiating energy. And since according to Rutherford, electrons, they are revolving around the nucleus in this circular orbit, and we know that electron is charged body and it is undergoing acceleration because it is in a circular motion. That means according to the theory, electron will be releasing energy, it will be losing energy, which means it will not follow the circular path, but it will follow the spiral path. After every rotation, it will lose energy and its path keep on shrinking, and ultimately it will fall on the nucleus. That means atom will collapse. But this is not the case. In reality, atom is stable. So Rutherford's model was unable to explain why electron keep on revolving around the nucleus and why it does not fall on the nucleus. So this was not explained by Rutherford. Therefore, this is the limitation of Rutherford's model of an atom.